Hello everyone, welcome to my channel and another lesson that called parallel structure. It's very important to know parallelism is an essential element in English writing when listing, comparing, contrasting items or ideas. For example, when you are making a list or using a series of words such as nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, they should be in the same type or category. It means that if you are writing a list and the first item is a noun, all the following items should be noun. For example, he was surprised by the results, but he didn't have a feeling of pleasure. The first part of the sentence is a passive sentence. He is the receiver of the action and the result is the agent of the action. The second part of a sentence is an active sentence. He is the agent of the action and a feeling of pleasure is the receiver of the action. So, two sentences have different structure. First one is passive, second one is active. The correct version is he was surprised by the results, but he wasn't pleased. As you see, in this revised sentence, both parts follow a similar structure. Both are passive. Let's move on another example. I plan to study for tests, to attend all classes, and listening to the instructor. In this sentence, three items, to study for tests, to attend all classes, and listening to the instructor, have different structures. These are clearly not parallel. How do we change the last part? It's actually pretty simple. We just change the last one, listening, to the infinitive form to match the others. Alright, the correct version is I plan to study for tests, to attend all classes, and to listen to the instructor. In this version, all three items in the list start with the infinitive marker to, which makes the sentence parallel in structure. I mentioned you can use to before all verbs in the sentence, like this sentence, or only before the first one. I'm going to show you example. I plan to study for tests, attend all classes, and listen to the instructor. In this example, I use only before the first one. Maybe you ask a question, what do we use parallel structure? Parallelism can be applied to various parts of a sentence, including nouns. This structure is commonly used in English to list multiple nouns that belong to the same category and format. For example, she is known for her kindness and generosity. My question is, what two things are parallel here? Two nouns, kindness and generosity, are parallel and they are connected together by and. This sentence is parallel in structure. Adjective. This structure is used to describe a single noun using multiple adjectives that emphasize different qualities or characteristics of that noun. For example, the sunset was stunning, beautiful, vibrant, and awe-inspiring. In this sentence, we use a similar pattern for adjectives: stunning, beautiful, vibrant, and awe-inspiring. Adverb. She completed her work quickly and efficiently. In this sentence, the parallel structure includes two adverbs, quickly and efficiently, connected by coordinating conjunction and. Both adverbs describe how she completed her work. Verbs. Infinitive. The students were required to write and to edit during the exam. In this sentence, to write and to edit are the actions that the students were required to do. And two verbs have the same forms. As you see, they are in infinitive form. Gerard. He spends most of his time painting and drawing. In this sentence, these two activities, painting and drawing, are parallel. Tense. For example, in past tense. They walked and ran daily to prepare for competition. Let's think about tense here. Both verbs walked and ran are in the past tense, so they are in the same pattern, and they are connected by the coordinating conjunction and. This sentence is also parallel in structure. Present. She works as a teacher and enjoys painting in her free time. You should already know that both verbs works and enjoys are in the present tense and parallel. They join together with coordinating conjunction and. Voice. First example. The art education program was cancelled and the music program was postponed indefinitely. This example is in the passive voice, and past participle of the main verbs make parallel structure. Our main verbs are cancelled and postponed, that are parallel in structure. The second example, the researcher conducted the experiment and then he wrote a report. It's clear who performed the actions and in what sequence. The sentence is active voice. The active voice uses the subject, researcher, followed by the past participle of the main verb conducted and wrote. This makes parallel in structure. Phrases. Propositional phrase. For example, she looked under the bed, behind the curtains, and in the closet. In this sentence, the parallel structure is used to indicate three different locations where she searched. Under the bed, behind the curtains, and in the closet. Noun phrase. In this sentence, a strong work ethic, a genuine passion are both phrases that follow the same pattern. So they have parallel in structure. Clauses. That clause. Let's look at this example. In this sentence, there are two parallel clauses. Teamwork enhances productivity. Effective communication fosters cooperation. As you see, each introduced by that. So they make parallel in structure. Which clause? Who clause? First example. There are some test subjects who develop a rash and some who have no reactions. In this sentence, we have two separate parallel clauses introduced by who and connected with coordinating conjunction and. Who develop a rash, who have no reactions, are our two parallel clauses. Another example, second example. Let's look at this. She enjoys reading books which transport her to different worlds and writing stories which inspire her creativity. As you see in this example, both which clauses follow the same structure, which transport her to different worlds, which inspire her creativity, are our parallel clauses. How to use parallel structure? The usual way to enjoy parallel structure is with the use of coordinating conjunctions. Maybe you know about it and use it in your sentence. It's known as fanboy's phrase. Let's have an example. In this sentence, three items on humans, on animal life, on the environment are listed and used with coordinating conjunction or. In this sentence, each item is structured in the same way, starting with on. The second one is with correlative conjunctions. In the first example, my psychology class was both informative and challenging. The adjectives informative and challenging introduce parallel structure. In the second example, I would rather finish my experiment than leave early. The verbs finish and leave are in parallel structure. In the third sentence, the nouns industry and public are used in parallel to emphasize the shared responsibility for addressing pollution problems. Let's move on in comparison. In comparison, use parallel structure in comparison containing than or as. Let's look at this example. In this sentence, creating and recreating are in ing forms. These forms used in parallel to compare the difficulty of two actions. Next example. His home was as messy as his laboratory. In this sentence, the nouns home and laboratory are used in parallel to establish a comparison between their levels of messiness. In a list after a colon. Let's look at this example. In this sentence, the colon is used to introduce a list of three main topics: planning, implementing, and evaluating. Each item in the list is presented in a parallel structure. For better understanding, it's good to know parallel structure helps the reader easily understand the relationships between these criteria, and it makes the sentence more cohesive and organized. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. If you like, please don't forget to share and subscribe. Good luck, guys.